Good morning, traders. From Chicago. It's 8:06 a.m. Chicago time on Wednesday, the 26th of May, 2021. Sorry, I had some technical issues here with starting the YouTube stream. We should be good now. You should be hearing me nice and clear. Let me know if my mic is running hot or not. I want to remind everyone that derivatives trading is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. This morning on episode 2001, we're looking at a market that is neutral in its stance. The convergent pre-market summary sheet shows that the market is generally neutral, holding sideways. The S&P is trading right on top of its middle distribution from yesterday. And has been completely sideways. We have crude oil coming off this morning a little bit. Crude oil is the laggard today, trading at 65.56 on the July contract, down 51 cents. The leader today is the Russell. The Russell's up 9.7 points, trading at 2215.2, up 0.44. Gold is up and over the $1,900 mark. Gold is up 7 points or 0.37%. The bonds are down. The Bund is up. The S&P is up. Silver's up. The Treasury, the 10-year notes down. The Euro stocks and the DAX are down. So you could see here quite a mishmash, pretty mixed up. So overall, risk allocation or risk posture is neutral. Other than that, the S&P's traded 158,000 contracts and has had 16 and a half points of range. The overnight high is 4204 quarter. The low is 4187.75. The point of control currently sitting at 4197 and a half, with 99% of the inventory long, 99% long inventory in the S&P. We basically closed down yesterday and pushed up immediately on the Asian Open, then held sideways before the European Open, and all the European session did was just have wilder swings not wilder, but wider swings up and down, but really hasn't gone anywhere. So that's where this stands. Crypto, Bitcoin is higher, has pushed over the $40,000 mark. Ether is a little bit higher, although Ether was down about 10% yesterday afternoon before it swung around. So that 13% you see in front of you is more like a swing of 25 or even almost 30% up and down. So it's very volatile. Today, what's leading the pack? Tech giants told to stop making money from disinformation. EU fake news flight. There's an ExxonMobil battle with an activist fund. A vote was made in Exxon to change the board and change the direction of the company. And that vote was too close to call. Exxon is a large component of several indices, a couple of indices, and that's where we stand in terms of earnings. One second. In terms of earnings, let's clear this. NVIDIA is reporting after market. NVIDIA is part of the Fangman stocks. Expected the estimated revenue is 5.4 billion. Estimated earnings per share is 3.28. NVIDIA, of course, benefiting from this crypto craze. They make high speed. They make basically the world's best GPUs, but also hurt by the chip shortage. So we'll see how that comes out. That is likely to push the NASDAQ around. Looking at yesterday's action, by the way, how many of you attended the TB 2000 live prize drawings? I don't know if you saw this, but these are the winners here. Let's start this. These are the runners up. I put this up earlier, and the winners, 6 winners were selected, and will be notified today. We did this live because we wanted it to be transparent. But these are the 6 winners here: Kingdom Trader and so on, Bry Guy, Martin, Trader Sis, and Daniel. And then we had 3 runners up. In case we cannot get a hold of any of the winners or they're unresponsive. But those of you who have won, those of you who are runners up, and those who didn't will be contacted by EdgeClear to be informed of such. And there's an opportunity to participate anyway. So look out for an email in your spam folder or whatever. You should be getting something from EdgeClear at some point today. So let's dig into what was expected yesterday. Yesterday was looking for a dip, a dip down. Was looking for a dip down into 4,200 or so, and then was looking for it to pop higher. If it did pop higher, 4221 is the target. Secondary scenario was looking for to attempt to push higher towards 4212, which was the overnight high. And then overall was looking for it to hit 91 and 85 as a key target. Scenario 2 was the one that worked out yesterday. Here's how that here's how that played out in our review segment. We get this very clean and clear push up on the open, 4210 at the top. And then we swing down to 04. So this is hard to see. So let's expand it out a little bit and let's kill some of these lines momentarily. You can see it got down to 4204, put in a weak low, pulled back to the RTH mid, the blue line, and then came right off and then started this trip down into the 4191, 4195 being the 4198 being the prior close, 4195 being the prior point of control, consolidates the point of control for quite some time. Nice big zipper here, and then finally breaks through, gives us an opportunity in the middle of the zipper for pullback, and then continues lower. So there was an opportunity here, there was an opportunity here, and if you didn't catch that, there was an opportunity right here, pullback to the full session mid. Also, the IB low, full session VWAP, all clustered in this area here. Those of you who are with Convergent Trading, be sure to listen to the trade talk from yesterday, the trade talk session. Listen to that. We go over the setups here and what was likely, what we could have done if we had missed the initial play into the 41, 98, 95, and 91. What could we have done to avoid frustration or FOMO? And we talk about that for a little bit. And then from there, it's really just a downsloping kind of trend. And we end up shifting the point of control to the low end of the range. And what we did yesterday that was significant is we started to work our way through the 85, the 85 to 80 area. Remember, 78 and a quarter. So if I pull you back a little bit, a lot going on in the news. There's tons of chatter today. If I pull you back a little bit to the composite, you'll see that the 78 quarter here is the high pivot from 2 weeks ago, and we broke through it. We poked it last Friday. We broke through it on Monday, and we basically pulled back to it yesterday. We pulled back to 79 and a quarter on the low. So we essentially pulled back to this pivot point, and we're finding We found a little bit of buying on the overnight session, and we're back to the MC point of control, the developing MC point of control, which is at 95. So 95 is kind of an attraction point here based on Monday and Tuesday's action. And we're holding steady above the pivot. Remember, this was a W formation here with a higher low. There's a low, swing low, higher low, broke the pivot. This is quite bullish, and we're looking for it to test into the 21 up here. The 21 is the next target, and then above there is the all-time high in the RTH 32 quarter, and above there is the Globex high of 38. That's what we're looking for currently. So overall, uh, okay action, some selling yesterday. That brings us into, oh, and by the way, let's go. And by the way, the Delta was just was really playing along yesterday. From the very get go, we just had this kind of continuously negative Delta throughout. So again, another day where the Delta is behaving as expected. We did see some sweeps yesterday, up and down, but overall, the buyers were just not there. They were just not there. Um, to participate and keep prices above 4,200. Here's the overnight session. We push higher into the Asian session. This is where Europe comes in right here, and then Europe just goes wider with the range, a little more volume, but overall we haven't done a thing. We've just got this completely balanced profile sitting on 4197.50. That was the middle distribution of yesterday right here. And we've held this low volume node, which happens to be the RTH VWAP continuation from yesterday. That it's not really relevant for this session really, but the LVN from below is holding. The breakout point from above held. So the 04, if you look at yesterday's action, you'll see several taps on the 04. And so we are stuck in this basically wide, full of entire Globex session zipper, and we're breaking lower a little bit. The news on this drop, if you look at what's happened here recently, let me try to pull it up on Edge Pro X. Here it is. Let's take a look at Edge Pro X for a second. This here, where are we? This right here, this action right here, this is a news event. China announced that it will limit some corn imports and cancel several U.S. cargoes. Canceling U.S. cargoes seen totaling less than 1 million tons, which is insignificant. And so this is China positioning ahead of the approaching U.S. China talks that are going to be used to assess the progress of the phase one trade deal, which has China buying an additional 12.5 billion in agricultural products in 2020 and 19.5 billion in 2021. It seems like there was positioning there. This news kind of happened right there. There was quite a bit of hitting, and then the market's lifting, but overall we are trending down. We are pushing down as a result of that. But this is news from China, and the market is paying attention to this. So back to where we were. Not much more to glean from the review session. I showed you I showed you the composite. So overall, we're opening in neutral territory. We're holding steady just above the 4193. The 4183 block beneath us. We're holding above that. The market is still bullish, in my opinion, despite yesterday's pullback. We are basically balancing out. So we're staying above 4185. At the 4185 to 4178 zone. we're staying above that, and we're holding steady. Yesterday's selling did bring us down, but it didn't really cause that much damage. Here's what we've got for today. The primary expectation for today. Scenario one is the inventory is 99% long. The expectation is an open that immediately drops us through the low volume node of yesterday. I'm expecting a trip down into the overnight low and into the 85. I'm looking for the 85 to be a challenge point here. Looking for buyers to step back in and push it back up and bring it towards 4,200 as a target. So the 200 up here, 4,200 up here, and I'm looking for 85 to be challenged down below. From here, could break the 4,200 and push higher, but so far the overnight session has done okay, pulling back to a neutral point from selling yesterday. Um, but it has not really pushed in either direction. So the secondary scenario carries forward the selling. Open auction in range, push up, failed to do so, impulse down. Looking forward to consolidate here at the 91, break the 85, and then start to challenge yesterday's low and get us back into the 78, 79 area once again, and then beneath there to bring us back way down here into the 70 area. So this brings us below the high volume node, the composite area of between 85 and 70, and it's likely to push all the way down into the 70 here as the key target. This is scenario two. This is likely to see a lot of support in this region. Remember, this is a heavy region between 85 and the 85 and 80, and below. There's a lot that has taken place. There's a lot of balance down here, but the second scenario is a selling scenario. It looks to me like the buyers have failed to continue higher. We get lower highs yesterday. We didn't bother to challenge yesterday's high, and we didn't trend up in the overnight session. We pulled back to neutral and held sideways. So any push down is likely to squeeze the weaker longs that came in the overnight session. Okay. Good luck today. And again, here are the winners of the TB 2000 drawing in case you don't know if your name got pulled or not, but there they are. Take care.